Hello, everyone. Chris Noble with the National High School Golf Association. Thanks so much for taking a few minutes to learn more about our scoring software, namely our live scoring feature that is available for any regional or state high school golf tournament. So let's go ahead and get started. The first step that's going to happen is you are going to receive an email from me inviting you to create your account on the NHSGA site. Once you create your account, you are going to be brought to this page, which is going to be your dashboard. This is where the events that you are hosting and running are going to essentially live. Now, for our case today, we are going to take a look here at the live scoring feature. And the first step that you're going to go ahead and do is click on where it says Tournament Setup. Again, I will have already created this tournament in our back end, but what I would encourage you to do is take about 30 seconds and just ensure the information that I have in terms of the course, in terms of the date, in terms of the course setup is all accurate. And once you can confirm that, you're just going to come down here and hit Save. So once we have that completed, there's essentially going to be 4 steps. The first step here where it says Set Up Teams and Lineups, you'll go ahead and click on that. And the first step that you have to do is add in all of the teams that are going to be competing in your regional or state tournament. So you'll start typing in the high school name. The great thing is we already have all of the high school names in your respective state in our back end, so it will auto-populate when you do that. You will also include the coach's first name, their last name. If you have their email, that'd be great to include. If not, that's okay. You can still add the team. If you can't find a school, if it's not auto-populating, just shoot me an email, chris@highschoolgolf.org. I'd be happy to add that school in. So once we have all of the teams that are competing lined up, we're going to add the players from each of the respective schools. So it's as simple as including a player's first name, their last name. If you have their email, again, we would appreciate that. If not, that's okay. You can leave it blank and their graduation year. And then what you're going to do is just click on where it says Add Player. So once you do that for all of the schools that are competing, what you're going to notice is the team lineups are going to show up down here on the very bottom. The great thing is you are able to actually change the lineup if, let's just say, some of the players do change, you're not sure who's playing number 1, so you have the ability to drag and drop the names. You can also delete them in the event that you make any mistakes. So once we have all the teams and the players included, what you'll do is you'll go back up to the top here and click on Dashboard. So that'll bring us back to our home. And we will then click on where it says 2.1, Manage Round 1 Tee Times and Scores. So you're going to click on that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to include the slope and the rating that the boys or girls are playing at for your respective tournament. Please also make sure to include the start time for your event. Now, the fact that we are doing live scoring, you will need to include the yardage, so the hole-by-hole yardage that the event is being competed at, the par of each of the individual holes, along with the handicap. Once that is completed, you will go ahead and click on the blue button where it says Save and Continue to Tee Time Setup. And once we are here, what you are going to go ahead and do is make sure that you select the format, so whether or not it's going to be a tee time, which is basically just players off of 1, a double tee off of 1 and 10, or a shotgun, so make sure that is selected, and then the time interval between each of the groups as well. So once we have that selected, what you're going to do is you're going to click down here, you're going to scroll down here to the bottom, and on the left-hand side where it says Unassigned Players, all of the players that you included in the last screen are going to populate here. What your job is going to basically be doing is moving those players from the left-hand side over to the right-hand side to their corresponding tee time and starting hole. The great thing is for all of the teams that are going to be competing, we have it color-coded so that way you do not get confused in terms of what team is which. So again, making sure that we move all the players from the left-hand side over to the right. If it's a 2 or a threesome or a foursome, you do have the ability of also adding additional tee time rows. You can delete a row in the event that you make a mistake, and you also see a trash can here where you can basically just click on, and that's just going to send the player over to the left-hand side. So if you make any mistakes, it's okay. We give you the ability to definitely correct those. So once that is completed, what is going to happen is you will see under this links spot up here at the top where it says public tee times. So you're going to click on that, and if you want to be able to share the tee times and the information on when players are going to be playing and competing, this is the public leaderboard link. So if you scroll down here, what you're going to see is you have the ability to showcase the scorecard and then the starting times, the starting holes for all of the players in the event. So all you would have to do is this URL is share that with any interested parents, coaches, or social media accounts as well, okay? So once we have all of that set, and let's just say that the players are starting to come in during the first round or the second round of the event, you're going to go up to the top again and click on number 3 where it says enter scores. You have 3 ways of going about this when players are coming in. You can either select the player's name, you can do it by group, you can also do it by team. I would suggest doing it by the group. It just makes it a little bit easier when the players are coming in, so you are able to include their hole-by-hole scores. And once that is completed, you also have the ability, if you want to include the golf ball that they're playing, let's just say that maybe they were disqualified or didn't show or withdrew, where it says status, that will give you the ability to select that. So once all of the scores are completed and saved, all you're going to do is click Save here on the bottom. And even if you scroll a little bit farther down where it says More Actions, you have the ability to set up tee times for round 2, if it is a 2-day event, and then you also have the leaderboard tab, which is going to bring you over to the public leaderboard. And even you can see the one example here, John Smith, that I included. You can see where his name is auto-populating. A parent or an interested person can basically click on his name and then again see the hole-by-hole live results from the event. And once everything is completed, again, just making sure that you do share that public leaderboard with as many interested parties as possible. And basically with the dashboard up here at the top left, this will give you the ability to, again, come in, make any changes, managing the tee times and the scores. If you make any mistakes, all you'll have to do is basically re-logging in to your account is going to highschoolgolf.org. And once you are there, you'll just have to click on the login button on the top, enter in your credentials, and you'll be able to make any changes or any adjustments that need to be made. Questions, send us an email, chris@highschoolgolf.org. Again, really appreciate you using our software for your event. Let us know if there are any questions in the meantime.